Welcome everyone to Gentle Yoga. This is Leo Bray on behalf of Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center in Palm Springs. Visit us online at urbanyoga.org or Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center on Facebook to check out the schedule of daily classes offered online and to visit the tip jar to make contributions to support us. I'm going to make a little adjustment on my camera angle here to tilt the laptop screen. And we're going to start today in a reclined posture known as constructive rest, also sometimes called active rest. And I think I will turn myself around. Let me be for now. Come down onto your back. Bring your knees towards your chest and just let them hover above your chest. Often the next cue is to hug your knees, rock and roll on the back, but just let your hands rest on the ground, let your knees hang out there above your chest and start to move your knees around. Sort of just let your legs float in the hip sockets. So yes, there's a little rocking, there's a little incidental back massage maybe, but make it about feeling into the hip sockets and maybe those sort of random leg movements get a little bigger. And one side at a time, doesn't matter which foot's first. Let one foot flop down onto the mat, let the other foot flop down. And we want to come to a position where our knees are leading in towards each other, but it doesn't feel like work for the legs. Some degree of turning your heels out and your toes in will generally get you there. So shift your feet until your legs feel as passive as you can get them to feel. Then bring your hands to your bottom ribs. So your fingers are on your belly and your thumbs are on your rib cage. And if you can feel that bottom rib, it's sort of diagonally crossing your palm. And it's okay if you can't feel the bottom rib. Fingers like pointing towards your navel. Thumbs pointing sort of towards your sternum. Wrists long and open. Elbows resting on the ground. We call this passive rest or constructive rest. Focus on the breathing, letting it go down a bit deeper. This posture gives us a good amount of grounding contact in the back of the body. Some passive opening in shoulders and hips. And by bringing our spines horizontal, allows the fluid in the spinal column to distribute more evenly and letting the discs between the vertebrae hydrate and expand. It's been determined that spending 17 minutes like this will let your spine reach its maximum resting length. We won't spend that long today, but that's a factoid you can file away and make later use of it. I like to use this posture for meditation. What I'll do is set a 20-minute timer on the watch or phone, giving me a couple of minutes to get into position and then 17 or so minutes just resting here. As the breath deepens, feel the contact with the ground changing as the air moves in and out of you. And maybe you feel more in touch with the ground. Maybe just already some knots have untied in the back, some different parts of the back are touching down that weren't quite reaching the ground before. And having your hands where they are also helps us tune into the breath. Maybe you can feel how the deeper breath feel under your hand. We talk about three-part breath, and that's chest, rib cage, and belly. Feel each of those three areas filling and emptying or expanding and contracting as the breath moves in and out. Air coming into the belly, the rib cage, the chest, breathing, chest, into the rib cage, belly. Scan your body, taking in whatever sensations are present for you beyond those associated with your breathing. An inventory of what's going on in your body. Taking particular notice of anything that doesn't feel so good, if you have any such places in your body this morning. Noting them so that you can bear them in mind during the process. Take care of them by skipping or modifying whatever you need to. Redirecting as needed when your mind wanders. Come back to observing your body and noticing your breath. And if you wish to add any personal, more specific intentions for your own practice today, feel free to do so now. With our intentions in place, let's take 3 deep cleansing breaths. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth with a sigh. Reach your arms out to the side. Feel your shoulder blades press to the ground. We'll take energizing twists, and we want to try to keep both shoulders grounded. You can scoot your heels in, bring your feet more in line with the mat, and cross your left ankle above your right knee. Let your legs fall to the right and turn your head to the left. Not pushing anything, not forcing, just letting your legs go where they'll go, turning your head to the degree that feels okay for you, and letting your breath wring you out. Seeing if maybe a few breaths deepens the twist, bring some release. Easing out some excess tension here or there. Slowly bring it all back to center. Cross your legs the opposite way. And take your time to come into the opposite twist. Softly come back up to center. Uncross your legs. Now you can draw your knees towards your chest and hug your knees and rock side to side or roll in circles, massage your back against the floor with whatever movement feels good for you. And let's start to sit up. You might hug your knees and rock front to back, roll your spine along the mat, or you might tip onto one hip and press your hands to the floor to get yourself up there. You might just sit on the ground, or you might elevate your feet like I'm going to do here. I'm going to sit on two blocks next to each other like this, sitting on the forward edge of the block to let my pelvis tilt forward and help the lower part of my spine sort of drop down, nice and downward. You could also sit on a rolled up mat or a bolster, a foam roller, pillows, folded blanket, whatever you got for prop. Let your chin come down towards your chest, and we'll do some slow, gentle circles for our neck. Roll your ear towards your shoulder, and let your head tip back. Continue towards the other shoulder, taking your time, pausing if needed. If there's a particularly tight spot anywhere in your neck, you can rock back and forth with the tight spot. And when you finish the next circle, take some in the other direction. And when you finish the next circle, lift your chin and just look forward. Bring your hands out to the sides, keeping just the fingertips on the ground to stay long in your spine. Inhale, reach your left arm up alongside your ear. Exhale, reach to the right. Feeling some length from your hip up to your fingertips, leaning into your right hand, letting the right shoulder relax down away from the ear. Inhale to come upright. Exhaling, bring your left hand to the ground behind you. Right hand to your left leg. Maybe just the fingertips down like that. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhaling, let asking if there's room to do so. Seeing how much feels helpful. Not pushing yourself as far as you can. Enjoying, exploring sufficiency. Let yourself unwind and come back to center. Inhale, raise your right arm. Exhale, reach to the left. Inhale to come up. Exhale, come into the twist. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, invite your body to go further into the twist. And let yourself unwind, come back to center. Let's go ahead and come up onto our hands and knees. You could tip forward or tip to one side as you like. Bring your knees above your hips and your shoulders above your wrists or behind your wrists if you'd rather have your hands further forward. If it's too much on your wrists, have them right under your shoulders. Inhale, draw your heart forward, let your head and tail go up. Exhale, draw your heart up, let your head and tail come down. Take a few more breaths, cow pose, cat pose. After your next exhale, come back to table with your spine neutral. Reach your left foot back and press the ball of your foot against the ground. Relax the pressure on your foot, bring it out to the side in line with your hip. Pay attention to the sensation on the inner left thigh. This is the spot where it's easiest to overdo this movement. We're going to slowly work our way into. Exhale, step back a little towards your right heel and inhale, glide forward again. Just see how much of that feels like enough. And maybe that amount increases with repetition. And listen to wherever you feel sensation, not just to that inner thigh. You might feel this on the outsides of your left knee, your outer hip, your sacrum, and the line running from your outer hip to your sacrum, maybe somewhere else. Next time you rock forward, pause, scoot your hands forward, let your head come down between your arms, walk your hands over to the right. Maybe a foot, maybe more. And aiming to send your right heel a couple inches, no, your right hip a couple inches towards your right heel. Press against your hand. Slowly walk your hands back to a center line. And then back in. And bring your foot back behind. Bring your knee down again. Take a few cow and cat breaths. And then we'll repeat that stretching sequence the opposite way. After your next exhale, come back to table, reach back and press into the ball of your right foot. Relax the pressure on your foot, bring it out to the side. Remembering to start small and move gently. Exhale, step back a little towards your left heel. Inhale, come forward again. Next time you rock forward, stop there. Excuse me, walk your hands further out. Let your head come down between your arms. Walk your hands over to the left. And press away from the ground. Press back a little towards your left heel. Walk your hands back to center and back in. Bring your foot back behind and bring your knee down. Take a few cow-cat breaths. Bring your big toes together. Open your knees further apart if you like. We're going to go to child's pose, so vary it in any way you like. Sit back towards your heel. Walk your hands forward, let your head come down. If your head doesn't reach the ground, you can stack your hands and make a pillow for your forehead or put a block under your forehead. You want your head supported so your neck will disengage. Noticing your breath, scanning your body, noting any differences from when you scanned your body at the start of practice. Not presuming things have changed, just asking what's changed. It's okay if you don't know what's changed, if you can't tell, if you're unsure. There are no wrong answers. Inhale, bring yourself slowly forward from child's pose back to table. We'll start to step forward into a forward fold. You could use blocks under your hands to ease the transition if you like. Step your left foot forward. It's okay to take more than one step or to use your hands to help your legs. Step the right foot forward. Hang out, head hanging heavy. Let your hands hang in the air. Drag on the ground or rest on blocks. Bend one leg then the other. Sway back and forth. Maybe a little, maybe a lot. Slowly nod your head. Shake your head. Inhaling, lift up halfway, hands to the front of your legs. Press against your legs. Feel the crown of your head move forward, away from your tailbone. Spine lengthening out parallel to the ground. Exhale, relax down. Inhale, roll to standing, hands overhead, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Camera fail. Drop my head off. Camera adjustment down. Let your hands hang at your side. Raise your right shoulder towards your ear. Shift it back and let it down. And then your left shoulder up and back and down. Inhale, reach out to the side. Exhale, reach for your shoulder blades and hug yourself. Inhale, open up. Exhale, cross the opposite way. Inhale, open up. Exhale, twist to the left. Take a couple full breaths. Inhale, face the front. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, face front. Exhale, let your arms come down. Inhale, out and up. Interlace your fingers. Reach your palms up. Look up at your hands. Lift up your heart. Inhale to come upright. Exhale to bend to the left. Feeling the length through both arms and seeing if you can keep the right heel anchored. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bend to the right. Inhale, come up. Exhale, let your arms come down. Inhale, out and up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Make your way to plank. Knees down or knees up. Let your hips come down in line with your shoulders and knees. Exhale and slowly lower all the way down, elbows in close by your body. Pressing into your hands. Inhale, lift your head and chest to the height that's right for you. Open your heart to the degree indicated by what your body's telling you. Exhale, rock back up onto your hands to beat. Curl your toes under. Press into your feet to lift your knees and press into your hands to lift your tail. And for a few breaths, pedal your feet up and down. In downward dog, letting your heels get closer to the ground. Inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Make your way to forward fold again. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll do that one more time. I'm going to use blocks under my hands this time. Inhale up. Exhale, down. Taking care of the tender spot on my back. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, down. Make your way to your plank. When you're ready, exhaling lower, halfway or all the way. Inhale to bring your heart forward. Exhale, rock back and up. Take 3 cleansing breaths. And make your way to forward fold again. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. And we're going to play with some balancing. You're welcome to step over by the wall or a steady piece of furniture for stabilizing the fist. To explore playing with tree pose. One or both hands on your heart. Shift your weight from one leg to the other. One leg can stay on the furniture of the wall or use it as much as you would originally. Set your eyes on something at eye level that won't move. And when you're ready, bring the weight into your right leg without locking that knee. Turn your left toes out so your feet are perpendicular. Bring your heel up onto your ankle. So we start with this kickstand position for the foot. You could stay there or bring the sole of your foot to your calf or to your thigh. And you can always change your mind. You can always start over. Stay with your breath. Your hands can keep pressing together into your chest for steadiness, so that the branches of your tree can go under. Maybe they sway in the breeze, or maybe your tree is more still. If your hands are upward, bring them back to the heart. Bring your knee forward. Let your foot down. Shake that right leg and anything else that you would like to shake. When you're ready, bring your hands back to your heart. Just circulate and side to side again with your feet planted. When you're ready, bring the weight to your left leg, letting that knee stay a little soft. Bring the right toes out. Take your time to draw that right heel in and up the ankle. Knee tracking out to the side, wherever the foot ends up. Maybe it stays there, maybe it comes to your calf, maybe it comes to your thigh. You don't want to press sideways on the knee. So whatever arm expression is calling you here. If your hands are upward, bring them to your heart again. Pivot your knee forward. Let your foot down. Shake as you like. Come down to the floor, have a seat. Bring your legs forward. And flex your feet back. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold down over your legs. If the knees want to bend, they can bend. On the inhale, think of the crown of your head reaching forward. On the exhale, think of lowering some more. Inhaling, walk your hands up the front of your legs. Sit out. Bring the soles of your feet together, leaving a big space between your pelvis and your heels. And we're going to grab the mat. You could reach over your ankles and grab the mat, or under and walk your hands forward. Sort of a pretzel shape. Let your neck disengage. Traction of your arms draws you down. Breathe into wherever you feel the most sensation. Maybe it's the center of your lower back, maybe it's somewhere else. Maybe you keep reaching forward with your hands, or maybe your arms relax more. Slowly walk your hands back. Use your arms to the torso. Keeping your feet together, bring them in as close as you can. Interlace your fingers, take hold of your feet in your hands. Wiggle on your feet. Let your pelvis tilt forward by bringing the bones in your feet closer to the ground. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, folding forward with your spine long at first. See how far that might go. Wherever it is. When the long spine stops flowing, let your neck engage, get your head lower, and breathe into your hips. Inhale, slowly sit up. Bring your hands to the outside with your knees, nudge your knees up towards each other, rest your feet on the floor. Rest your hands on the floor out here, touch your hips, maybe behind the hips a bit. Wiggle your feet further apart, maybe to the edges of the mat. And let your knees go back and forth as they go to the right, turn your head to the left. As they go to the left, turn your head to the right. And let's come down onto our back with the feet hip width apart. Feet twist between the tops of the feet or a block in the middle position, setting the feet that far apart. I'll turn myself around here. You wind up on your back, feet closer, heels close to your butt. If you use blocks, you could put a block between your knees on the middle position. It's not required, but it can be helpful. You don't spend energy trying to squish the block too much. Just a little gentle pressure keeps the head, just a spacer. Press into the soles of your feet and then lift your hips up to come into bridge pose. If you want deeper heart opening here, you might lower down. Explore floating up and down and bridge at your own pace for a minute. Hold on to it for that. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Challenging yourself as much or as little as you like. Maybe going higher, slower, and take an extra breath. And when you're ready to, make your way to supported bridge. I'm going there sooner. In honor A, it's going back to it. Supported bridge means to pause at the top of the movement. But also and come down the rest on the top. Think of breathing. Ready for the body to release against the support. When you're ready to come out of your supported bridge, step into the soles of your feet. Slowly inhale, lift your hips up. Remove the support from underneath. Exhale slowly, lower down. Pause for a couple breaths. Reground. Turn your posture side well out of the way. Draw your knees towards your chest and hug your knees. And rock and roll again to massage your back against the ground. Pick up your strap. Open up and run it under the feet, holding one end of the strap in your chin. Staying grounded in your sacrum, shoulder blades, and back of your head. Reach your hands and feet up. Point your toes up at the sky. Point your toes down towards your face. Let your feet relax. Slide them apart. Slide them back together. Take your left foot out of the strap. Press the back of your left leg against the ground. Hold both parts of the strap with your left hand. Reach your right arm to the side, keeping your shoulder blades grounded. Draw your leg over to the left and turn your head to the left. So we'll spend a couple minutes in each of these core positions here to see what happens with that many breaths. Letting the breath bring this out, adjusting tension and position, the strap to help the leg go where it seems to want to go. So maybe you're already there, you just relax and breathe there, and maybe keep guiding your leg over more. Listen to your body. Bring it all back to center. Take your time. Put the strap in the right hand. Press down on the front of your left hip with your left hand. Let your limbs fall open to the right. Try to keep the left cheek on the ground. Keep the pelvis from rolling. Facilitate opening outward and that way. Very gently come back to center. Lift your left leg. Step your left foot in for the shot. Take your right foot out. Press your right leg down. Reach your left arm to the side. Draw your leg over to the right and turn your head to the left. Bring it all back to center. Take the strap of your left hand. Press down the front of your right hip. And swirl open to the back. Gently come back to center. Raise your right leg. Try to move again. Strap aside. Reach your feet up. Put your hands up. Grab your legs or your feet. So you're bending and straightening away. body to complete learning. Make your way to the final resting pose. So we'll do the traditional corpse pose or some other resting posture you would prefer if corpse pose doesn't feel good today. More important to be comfortable than to be in any particular position. To rest, breathing, and integrating the benefits of benefits. Maybe just focusing on your breath. Maybe reflecting on an intention you have set for yourself. Maybe simply feel a group of to take some deeper breaths. Invite small movements to your body. The movement strategies will prepare. Take your time. Whenever you're ready, gently finish. Bring your hand to your heart. Thank you for sharing the practice today. Have I and honest work life within each of you.